Boarded a black Honda Stream station wagon registered PJ7352. The taxi reportedly let down Miss Deen at a taxi stand in Papine, St. Andrew, and drove to his private quarters. About 10 p.m., Miss Deen failed to arrive home. Hence, relatives, to include her father, Lloyd Deen Sr., painter of 10 miles, Bull Bay, St. Andrew, and brother Lloyd Deen Jr., O.C. Wang, laborer, also of the said address, became worried and contacted her via cellular phone number 876-416-2371 to ascertain her whereabouts. About 10:15 p.m., Miss Deen, while speaking to her father, indicated that she was in a taxi, and a few minutes later, when contacted by her brother, she allegedly said to him, "Call Tia." Thereafter, Miss Deen failed to answer her cell phone, did not arrive home, and to date has not been seen or heard from. On Friday, February 28, 2020, Mr. Deen Sr. made a missing person report at Mona Police Post. A statement was recorded from the driver of a black Honda Stream station wagon, registered PJ7352, which was later seized and placed in safekeeping at the Mona Police Post. Later that same day, the Honda Stream was photographed and processed by forensic crime scene investigator, FCSI, assigned to Area 4, Scenes of Crime Unit. On conclusion, the car was released. A decision was made by the High Command that the case should be reassigned to the Major Investigation Division, MID, of the JCF, which is headed by Superintendent Paul Thomas, because we think that the case was of significance. Not that all cases are not important, but because of the national profile of this matter, we decided. On March 7, 2020, a team of detectives from MID carried out investigative inquiries in the corporate area and Bull Bay, St. Andrew, during which Messrs. Deen Sr. and Jr. and Ashley Deen, 23 years old, cashier of 5.5, I'll leave the address out, were interviewed and statement recorded. On March 9, 2020, follow-up investigative inquiries were conducted at UWI Mona campus by the team. During the visit, copies of Miss Deen's student profile and class schedule were requested and obtained. A DVD containing footages from the moment Miss Deen exited UWI back gate to the point where she entered the black Honda Stream station wagon was also obtained and is continuously being viewed in an attempt to identify persons of interest. Later that same day, contact was made with the owner of the black Honda Stream and a statement recorded. The Communication Forensic and Cybercrime Division, CFCD, was engaged and provided valuable evidence which was supported by independent information received. A search operation was carried out in the West Kingston area where vital information was also received. On March 11, 2020, between the hours of 5:45 p.m. and 7:40 p.m., Mr. Paul Thomas, Superintendent of Police, in charge of Major Investigation Division, led a team of police personnel drawn from MID, Corporate Area and Area 3, and the Manchester Division, on simultaneous operations in Greenvale, Manchester, and several premises off Linders Road in search of Jasmine Deen, persons of interest, and/or personal items belonging to the said Jasmine Deen. On Friday, March 17, 2020, about 4 p.m., a 27-year-old security guard of 11 miles Bull Bay, St. Andrew, and his common law wife were both interviewed and statements recorded. A silver 2014 Nissan Latio motorcar registered 0962JE was processed by forensic crime scene investigators attached to MID Scenes of Crime Unit. A Samsung J3 cellular phone was also seized and later submitted to CFCD for analysis. In furtherance to the said investigation, canvasses were conducted right across the corporate area, including Papine, downtown Kingston, Ocho Rios, among other places. Based on information received, other search operations were carried out at several premises in Seaview Gardens, Walton Park Road, and Wint Road, Kingston 5, in search of Ms. Deen and her personal items. These searches prove futile. Communities where special operations have been conducted by the police include Lindus Road, Seaview Gardens, Jonestown, Bull Bay, Manchester, Greenville, that's Manchester, Walton Park Road, Augustown, Papine, Draxall in St. Anne, Wint Road, East Kingston, Downtown Kingston, Arborview, and Palisades Street. We have, during our investigation, identified a person of interest in which we are seeking the public support to identify this particular individual. We will be circulating photographs of that individual so that the public will get a chance to see and provide information which is very important to this investigation. What we can say at this time is that Ms. Deen, based on our investigation, we have identified that on the 27th of February 2020, about 10:34 p.m., Ms. Deen, based on her cell phone, was in Bull Bay. At 12:19 a.m., we can say that we have evidence that there was movement in Arborview. And at 12:35 a.m., that is the 28th, we can say the last time our phone was on or active was at 12:35 p.m. 12:35 a.m., thank you. And that was somewhere downtown Kingston. Since then, we have not been able to identify any movement in relation to our phone, no calls, etc. were made. But the photograph that we are going to publish is very important because this person is a person of interest, and there are some other vital information, if I may say, that we have that at this time we cannot release to the media. I don't know if at this time we need to circulate the photograph. And we're asking anyone who may have seen this individual we can circulate it. Really, it can be issued.
Right. We'll provide a digital copy as well.
We have received several prank calls, and I'm going to appeal to the public These calls were actioned by the police, and it is really, if I may, creating a waste of time when we could have used our resources in a more meaningful way. And I'm going to appeal to the public to avoid, making those prank calls. And you must factor in the family. The family, they are hurting, and I think we need to take into consideration the emotions and the feeling of the family. So I'm appealing to the public. I want to segue.
Sure. All right. Are there any questions that you have on this particular case?
Morning, ACP. I know you haven't found Jasmine, but have you found any of her personal belongings? And where?
No, we have not found any of her personal belongings.
No further questions? Siobhan Campbell?
Any idea as to where the person of interest, where he's from or where he frequents?
We are not certain at this time. And as I indicated, there are some very delicate information that we have to guard. What we are saying to the public, please assist us to identify this individual.
As you say, you can't say much, but may I ask you, what kind of information you have, if you can say, that has led you to believe that this person is a person of interest?
It's based on our investigation, and this person is very critical to the investigation. I can't divulge what we have, but we believe this person is very important to the investigation.
His occupation,